Hello Canvas users, this is Marie Henderson. In this video we're going to look at the new quizzes feature that's available in Canvas. So I'm here in my template course and I'm going to click on quizzes over here in the course navigation at the left, and then at the top right we're going to click to make a new quiz. And now this new window appears, allowing you to make a classic quiz or to use one of the new quizzes. And if you're so inclined, to tell it to remember your choice for the course. And that way this menu won't pop up again. And so we'll click here to submit, and it opens a new quiz for us, and we can give our quiz a title. Maybe we are taking a quiz on linear equations. And 10 points is fine. I'm going to leave the assignment group and display grade as alone for the moment. You definitely want to leave alone this submission type. For the new quizzes, it will always look like this, and you want to leave it alone. So if we scroll on further down here, you have the option to include it in your sync to PowerSchool. I'm going to uncheck that box for the moment. You can choose who to assign it to, give it a due date, and decide when it's going to be available from and until. And then when you click Save, you'll come over to the new building features that are available here in New Quizzes. You can, of course, go back to those settings for the quiz at any time and update them as needed. Right here at the top of the Build menu, you have the option to edit your title and then also to give some additional instructions for your quiz. Note that this is the rich content editor that we're now seeing across Canvas, which makes it quick and easy to format any text that you add. You're going to type some instructions, answer each question best of your ability, and of course using any of these tools to format that as needed. And so I'll click Done here, and then we'll look at some other features. If at any time you want to access the item banks that you previously created for this quiz or other quizzes, if you click here, you can access those banks or you can add additional banks, both now and in the future. So I'll close that. Also, if you're working with outcomes, if you've linked your course to your state standards or to learning objectives that you've designed, you can do that here. And then you have the ability to preview your quiz at any time so you can see how it will look for students. We're going to move here to the settings menu, and I'll just show you a few of the options that are available here. You can, of course, shuffle questions and answers. You can decide whether or not students are going to take the quiz one question at a time. You can require the students to use an access code, set a time limit. You can make it so they can only take it at your school by filtering the IP address. You can allow a calculator or not. You can allow multiple attempts or not, and you can restrict the student result view. Now, if you turn on this one, you get some other options here that may be something you want to explore in the future. Coming back up the list, if you want to allow multiple attempts, again, you have some options for allowing those attempts. And if you click to allow the calculator, you can allow a basic or scientific calculator. Once you click to filter by IP address, you have the chance to enter a range of IP addresses. If you turn on the time limit, you get to set the hours and minutes. And if you require student access code, of course, you get to enter that password in the text box available. If you turn on one question at a time, you also get to decide whether or not students get to move back and forth between questions as they work through the quiz, or if a question is locked once they've answered it and moved forward. These two here at the top don't have any additional features, as you're just determining whether or not to shuffle the questions or answers. When you go here to reports, though nothing's here right now because we have not added any questions and students have not taken this quiz, we'll be able to come back here later and do an item analysis, and if we tie outcomes to our quiz, look at the quiz by learning objective or standard, depending on what we've tied it to. Additionally, here across the top, you have the option to moderate. So once students are in the middle of the quiz, you can come here and see how it's going and or click to moderate the student and give them additional attempts or adjust the time limit that you've set. Okay, so if we go back over to Build, we are now ready to get started with adding questions. As always, if you need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks and have a great day.